Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Cities Skylines Submitted City Traffic Fix and City Fix live stream. In this video, I'm going to fix someone else's city and its traffic. Our city today was brought to us by Blarg Narg. Did I say your name right? Blarg Narg. Title is San Forma needs traffic help. Description: approximately 40 to 50K population. Traffic flows for a while, then randomly gets super clogged along entire highway, stopping city services and causing mass abandonment. So Blarg, thank you for uploading your city. I appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to working on it. I loaded up the city, ran it for a while to see where the traffic bottoms out at. Here we go. 18%. 18%. You can see all the red. I'll zoom into a couple of spots, and when I ran the city, I did make sure that there is no despawning. So basically the city bottoms out at 18%. Let's go in and you can kind of see what's going on with the traffic. So people kind of come in. Hey Pink, how are you? Welcome. So people kind of come in from the south side. You can see this entire highway area that Blarg mentioned is kind of clogged. There is a little bit of movement, but not much. Then you get into this other area, which is, they call this a harbor or a bay, and it is all backed up all around there. All right. So anyways, there you go. A city population. This is a modest-sized city. It's not small. It's not big though. You know, it's kind of in the middle. 42,000. It is profitable, barely. It does have a good amount of money in the bank, $6.7 million. Title is San Forma. I am doing well, Pink. Thank you for asking. I'm having a decent weekend. How about yourself? Oh, you said good. Okay, I'm glad you're having a good weekend. So what I'm going to do is I am going to load up the original save game that Blarg uploaded, and then we're going to work on it from there. So I wanted to show where it bottoms out at, and so let me load up the original save game, and we're going to start to work on it. As always, stream vibes music playing in the background. By the way, while I was loading up the city, or while I was running the city to see where the traffic bottoms out at, I'm getting a little bit of an error. I'm going to have to restart Cities Skylines. Sorry. While I was loading up the city originally and running it for a while, the population did start to rise. So technically, the city has a lot of good things going for it. Obviously, it's got this traffic issue. But for the most part, the city's not too bad, and there is good population growth opportunity. And so it started to rise, and then the population started to decline. Yeah, and that will happen, you know, eventually as the Sims notice that they can't get their services, that they can't get around anywhere, they start to leave. And so it creates a little bit of an equilibrium in a city because it makes the population of, or it makes the traffic improve as people leave. All right, so let me make sure that everything's good to go, and I'm going to load the city back up, the original save game. Sorry about the delay here. Hopefully this works. And we'll start out with a little bit of analyzing the layout, looking at some of the roads, obviously, to see what's causing the traffic problems. You know, the city was marginally profitable, so I don't think we have to focus too much on the profitability, but I'll take a look at that. I'll take a look at the unemployment, too. So I'm trying to load it back up here, so hopefully this works. We've gotten some new subscribers and followers, so thank you, everybody. Really appreciate the support. Live streams are on YouTube, Twitch, DLive, and Twitter simultaneously. You can watch on whichever one you want. If you like the video, please do smash that like button. I would appreciate it. You can dislike it if you don't like the video. And then if you want to support me more, I'd appreciate it if you subscribed or followed. Okay, I think I got it loaded back up. Everything seems to be fine. Okay. Let me put it on the screen here. And there you go. Oh, no. There we go. All right. So we're back, right? 41,000 on the population, slightly profitable. Sandforma is the name of the city. The original save game load, the traffic is 64%. And so you can see that once you hit play, it just gets worse, which matches up with the description that Blarg mentioned, that they wrote in the description. Now, here's one thing, though. Blarg is playing already with no despawning, so good job. You're playing on the hard mode, so that's wonderful. Smart move. I like that. Not only are you playing with despawning turned off, which I think is the right way the better way to play because it's more challenging, but you're playing with limited money as well, which is also challenging. So good job. I do want to take a look at the traffic manager settings. So before we start updating the roads, I do want to take a look at the traffic manager settings and just make sure that those are correct. So let me just do that briefly. Yeah, simulation accuracy is set to very high. I'm going to switch it to very low. And then enable advanced vehicle AI, that should be turned on. So that was turned off. So enable advanced vehicle AI, that should be turned on. The interface, they kind of changed it a little bit. And then the last one is automatically add traffic lights if applicable. You want to turn that off. You don't want it to put in traffic lights. So I think that should be good. All right. All right, so again, here we are, right? You can see no despawning, right? And here's the traffic flow. And of course, we saw that coming from the highway, the traffic is terrible. It still is terrible even at this point. And you can see that the bay is starting to get kind of bad, but it obviously gets worse. So that's where we want to focus our attention. And let's see how do people get into this city? You got 4 highways that intersect right here, and then they intersect right here. And this is a very messy intersection. So that's one of the possible problems. So there's a highway that goes through the city, but it doesn't connect anywhere else? Is there another outside connection highway anywhere near here? No. Oh. Okay. So this poses a problem right from the beginning, where here are the outside connections, right? Here's an outside connection coming in. Here's an outside connection coming in. Another one from the west side, another one from the north side. And the majority of the city is in one spot. On the east, it would have been better to have more of the city built around these highways, because now it funnels all the traffic to one lane, comes over here, and then it funnels it to one lane, and everybody is really going to go east because that's where everybody lives. So you immediately create a bottleneck. So the original layout of the city, it would have been nice to have it more around these highway components. Now, with the way that the city is set up, you can actually address that by creating another highway connection here. Right from here, going into the city. That way it alleviates some of the burden right here. And having another connection right here into this southern part. So it can still be updated. Tim, hi, welcome back. Those interchanges. Yeah, it's pretty intense, right? So it is good to avoid intersections, or this is a highway interchange that looks a little bit like a spider nest, or a spider nest, spider web. And so one of the things that we have some difficulty with is there's a monorail that goes right between here. So as we delete this intersection to make it better, that would cause a little bit of a problem. So initially what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this intersection as it is, and just see if I can update a road or something like that to help out with the burden. So first of all, everybody's going right, and so we're going to update this from a one-lane intersection, one-lane off-ramp, excuse me, to 2. And then we're going to tell people that if you're in the right 2 lanes... What the... You got lane connectors, Blarg? Is this what I see? Ah, ha, ha. Alright. So you don't really need those except in emergency cases. And this is not an emergency. So right 2 lanes are for exit only. That'll alleviate some of the burden. And then we want to create another intersection right here to go right and left. Do you have any tips on how to make public transit profitable? This is a very good question that Tim is asking. So what Tim refers to is right here. And, you know, can someone make mass transit with buses or subway stations? In this case, the city has a monorail. And so you can kind of come over here and see how do you make it profitable. And you can see how it's negative right here. So normally when I see a city, even after I've fixed it, it will still have negative profit. So I am sorry. I do not have any tips on how to make public transit profitable. However, you can have an expansive, large, highly functioning mass transit system and still have the city profitable. So there's quite a few city fixes that I've shown where I take a city that's dramatically unprofitable and make it profitable while adding mass transit. So I don't know how to make the mass transit profitable, but I don't think the mass transit being profitable is as important. I think the overall city being profitable is more important. And so I may do some profitability updates with this city. We'll see. I don't know. Kind of early right now. So let's go ahead and put in an intersection right here to connect the right east side with the left west side without using this intersection. And what do we got? There's 2 residential areas. Oh man, that fits perfectly, doesn't it? I kind of want to move it over though. I want to kind of in line with that highway as best as I can, you know. Need to flatten this area out a little bit. There we go. Looks a little bit better. And so if you've seen some of the submitted city fixes before, you'll notice that this will have a very positive impact on the traffic here. Let's I don't know. Something like that should be good, because it's going to allow people to walk. Okay. That's not too sharp of a turn at all, I don't think. Let's go in the wrong direction. Bam, hook that up. Let's hook it up to this highway. Why are there two things coming right out in the same spot? They can just kind of merge together. Okay, those are hooked up. These can just merge together. So there's just one coming in there. And we'll just do an off-ramp, on-ramp, off, on, and let's hook up these two sections. There. Can you break off? Nope. What about right here? Yeah, looks fine to me. I'm gonna delete some of this right here. These are all cemeteries. So they're all in one spot. That's gonna create a lot of traffic. It'll be good to empty those out. You don't want all of them in one spot. Okay, so that part is connected. And then here's the next spot. There we go. So now that east and west is connected, I've basically doubled, right, the connections from the east side to the west side of the city, because technically there was really only one, which was this. Okay, so that will help. Next is, of course, this gets really backlogged, and why? Because everybody is coming in this way, or a lot of people are, and it's basically one road. So it's just not enough capacity. So right 2 lanes, exit, come over here. Alright, so that's good. Now they're going to hit this. We already upgraded that, and then they come this way. Oh my god, it's so confusing. Alright, and so then they get off over here. Oh, so this is like a highway that just rams right into this crescent about? Okay. Who's gonna go straight? A few people? Alright. It still seems like this is overkill. I can understand it being 2 lanes that hit that. So this becomes a roundabout right here. Or an oval about, as I mentioned. It's a 6-lane one-way. It looks like everybody is getting into 1 lane, though, to take a left. And then they come up here, and where do they go? They go straight. Oh! And they're being stopped because there's a light right here. So this light is causing that. Can you believe that? And we see this all the time. So let's just remove the light. That'll help it out. And then if you want to take a left, you can... What? Oh, this is a one-way. No, 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 this is 2-way. This is a 2-way street. So you can't even take a left coming over here? And I can't change it because there's lane connectors. Oh my. Delete. So if you get in the left lane, you got to take a left, and if you want to go straight, you go in the middle lane. And so we've just hopefully doubled the capacity of that road. Now a lot of people do want to take a left here, but both lanes can go left, so we're going to change that. And there's a light here too. Oh, that's going to cause a problem. Oh, there's, man. Oh, is it all over the place here? Light. 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 Man, rush hour. That would be terrible. Okay. So that'll alleviate some of the burden there. Why isn't there just like a regular connection to go east and west? Oh, I'm sorry, I beg your pardon. North and south? There's not a way. You can over here. You can over here. Okay. Well, I mean, I've done a little bit right there. Let's go to some of these other ones. I'm going to hit play so we can kind of see. I need to see it moving a little bit. So I just want to hit some of these other areas that are busy. And it looks like this has to do a lot with traffic lights. Blarg, I think that your traffic lights may have negatively impacted the traffic flow of your city. In fact, it's not a may. That has, and it does for everybody. That's why you don't really want to use them. Okay. Where else? What about right here? Yeah. Okay. And then there's a lot of traffic up here. So what's going on over here? People exit. They come around. They hit here and they hit this road. And then they stop in one lane at a light. Right lane is... Oh boy, you got lane... Okay. Wait a minute. So you did lane connectors for that, but not on this side? Interesting. Okay. Well, we don't need them. So right lane is to turn right only. A lot of people go straight. Where do they get stuck? At this light. And a lot of them want to take a right. Boom. There you go. Done. And then you've got two intersections really close together. Remove the light. Where do you guys want to go? This one, I think that we'll need to upgrade this to a 6-lane. You may be able to operate it with just a 4-lane, but for sake of time, that's why I'm doing that. Right lane turns right, middle lane goes straight, left lane turns left. That's just to help me out for speed. Yeah, do that. Okay. I think that's good. There's a little bit more of a backlog right here. I can't see because of the elevated highway, but people come over here. They're in a 2-lane road. It's a lot of traffic for a 2-lane road. They get stuck at this traffic light. And then they go back to this mess that we have over here. Back to where we came from, where we just updated this. Nobody's using the right lane, so I'm going to say left lane is to turn left. Left lane is to turn left. Left lane is to turn left. That one is a lot more easy to see. This is a highway. Left lane to get onto the highway. I think that's, for the most part, good. Anywhere else? Anywhere else is it pretty intense? That's kind of about it. Where's your garbage collection? Oh my god, it's all in one place. That's going to create a lot of traffic. Shoot. It needs to be spread out. You got some space up here. So, God, these landfills are full. Man alive. Maybe I can empty 2 of them, and then let me destroy... two of them, and then well, wrong thing. And then we'll put some over here in the middle of nowhere. Who's around here? Businesses and residences and a university. Just kind of like put it right here. Those are garbage collection, but it's a recycling. Okay, that will help out with the traffic. And then you got these cemeteries, so we'll empty 2 of them. And then we have to empty all the others eventually. I don't think we'll be able to do that this stream, but I'll start the process. And then we need to put some cemetery collection elsewhere. Spread out. Yeah. That's good. Since I deleted 2 of them, right? Okay, I think we're ready to hit play. Where? Where do you guys want to watch this? I don't even know. I have no idea. Where should you start? Oh, I did see some cars busting out into this middle lane. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Sweet. Okay, that's going to make that move faster. Okay. Anybody taking a right? Anybody taking a right? Okay. Okay, yes. Good, 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 good. And that will free up space for this. Anybody using this? Look at that. Doubling the capacity. Excellent. And these guys come over here. Great. There's a big merge thing going on over here. Oh, wow. Oh, hold up. What is this? You're okay, I understand that. You're forcing them to merge here so they don't hit each other, but there's hardly anybody going west. And they have to switch lanes over here. Oh, man. Yeah, I just don't think that you need that. I know you don't need that. You really never need to use lane connectors. Emergency use only. But a lot of times if you do that, you'll get stuck with some cars can't actually change lanes because the little these little circles that show where they can change lanes won't be positioned properly. All right, let's just keep on hitting play. You get a little bit of it getting... Yeah, that's fine. A lot of people exit here. Exit here. Okay. You can do that. Oh my goodness, this is set up too? Okay. There we go. I need a pause. I see electricity issues. I must have destroyed something. Yeah, there we go. No problem, no problem. They had only one place. Let me see if I can bring it in from over here too. Okay, good. Let's go back. Look at that! Look at that! Oh, look at that! It's already freed up! That's good. There's a lot of people walking there. That could use a path. All right, let's come over here. This is where there's a lot of issues. What's going on here, guys? Everybody's trying to take a right. Nobody wants to go straight. Everybody wants to take a right. Pause. I'm increasing it from 4 to 6. And the right 2 lanes can take a right, since so many people want to use that. That was busy, so that got freed up. There. And people are crossing right there. We need to change this. There. They weren't able to take a left from there. That looks pretty good. And there was some busyness down here too. Ha! Done. Call it. 31 minutes. We're at 78%. 79. What do we got? Let's do that. What do you got right over here? You can't take a left? Yeah, lane connector. Oh my god. No problem. You'll see that it's not needed because you'll see that the traffic gets fixed without it. Oh, and you can't take a left from here. There. This road probably needs to be bigger. It's getting caught up with the people walking, which is fine. We may have to put a path there. How are we doing? A little bit busy right here. Oh no, those are parked cars. That looks fine to me. I noticed that there's not a metro system. Subway, that is. So, cars take a right, they come over here. Oh, there's a light. Here you go. Right lane is turn right only. If you want to go straight, bust into the left lane. You'll start to see people move to the left. There you go, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Great. I'll take care of that. There's another light over here. Light over here. Rotating it back to our original setting. Where are we at? 80. Oh, look at that. Remember this was all red coming into the city? Fixed. This was all backed up, fixed. We do have an issue here. Where these dudes come from? Oh yeah, it's because this is like an improper intersection. Okay. Right turn only. It'd be good to make this 2-lane. Boop. Increase the capacity to help them get in. Wait a minute, why isn't the industrial area connected to the rest of the city just by another back route? It forces them all to go to the highway. Like there's a road right here. I don't get it. Wait a minute. Why is there a road to go one way this way? And it intersects right here when there's another one-way road to go to the same place. That doesn't make any sense. You could just force them all there. That's kind of redundant. I just deleted another trash thing. I'm gonna put one over here. Shoot. Ah, okay, that's okay. Just addressing water for those. Okay, so let's hook this up to the rest of the city. Give them an extra... Wouldn't let me put a road there. 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 Now they can use that. You want to use the diffuse and disperse strategy to fix the city, and so we've just given them an extra way out. I think that's good. Where else do we see traffic problems? Here. Because there's a light. Yep. Boom. Removing. There you go. I think that's good. Yeah, look at that. Remember how busy that was? That's done. Oh, this is kind of busy. Okay. I think that's good. I don't know what happened with the profitability, but the profitability has skyrocketed. And it's got these things, which is the not enough goods to sell. Right here. Not enough goods to sell. Pause. How's your import-export? Oh my god, you're importing too much! You're importing a boatload of goods. Where's your... oh, all your industry is in one place, too. It'd be good for your industry to be, like, right here. Connected to the highway right up here. What kind of industry? It's all oil? And this is all oil? Oh, that's why. The reason why your businesses say not enough goods to sell is, one, the traffic was bad. And so they couldn't import because the delivery trucks couldn't get to them. But then also, you're not making any in-house. Because you're making them all make oil. Policies. Sorry, it's not a policy. What am I doing? Right here. Generic industry. Wait a minute. That's only for a small section. What are these dudes making? Hey, man. Aren't any of you guys making goods? I guess they're not making it... They're not making enough, but... so, you don't want to use specialized industry. If you do want to, just use the agriculture and the farming, which is forest and farming. Oil eventually depletes, so I'm going to do that, and then same thing here. It's going to create some havoc. And then this is all forestry. That's too much forestry for your city. I'll leave it for the time being. This is going to create a lot of havoc with the economy of the city, because these, all of these industries are going to get wiped out, and then they're going to rebuild. Fortunately, there's good demand that you have in your city. But that will help. That will help. Improving the traffic will help with all of these signs of not enough goods to sell, and then making sure you're building the goods internally in the city. Is there any rail in this city? What about in this map? Does this map have any... Yeah. Oh. Is that the only one? We're at 82%, by the way. There is rail. And there's a cargo. There's a harbor. That's what the yellow lines are. You see these yellow lines? That's for, you know, where you can get stuff through from the water. So this kind of would be another thing that it would have been good to build, like I mentioned, around this area, because then it could have connect to the rail here. That's another way to get imports. Oh my god, what is all this poop water doing over here? Oh, because of this. Oh. Dang. Alright. Alright, man. You know, this is a high value area. You don't want to put a cargo harbor right there, but putting a cargo harbor over here would be nice. That'd be this. You know? Oh man, that would work too. Yeah, it would have been good to put it like right here since this area wasn't bought. Can you buy this? No, you can't. Wow. You can as your city expands. So basically, it would have been good to put, let me pause so I can articulate this. When you start building the city, you do want to take a look at the outside connections so you can position the layout based on those outside connections. So for example, if you've got a bunch of highways, you want to try to use those to your benefit. And so in this case, right, there was a big part of the city that's set away from a lot of the highways where people will come in from, causing traffic problems. Simultaneously, people can come in and cargo can come in from rail. And that's what this is on the left side of your screen, on the west side of the city. So if the city had been built out over here and if these areas had been bought, that could have been incorporated to bring in goods and people. And then simultaneously, this area, instead of having residential, it would have been good to put in a cargo harbor to connect to another way for people to come in. You know, you could put cargo, you can have passenger as well. So you want to look at that before you start building your city. You know, the map that you're on, how do people come in? So we'll be able to address this lack of goods issue on its own. And so notice that there's quite a few vehicles using this new road that I made. And so we'll just monitor that a little bit. So I would say a lot of good things about the city. Number one, good opportunity for growth. The city, obviously people want to move here, and so there's good positive population growth. The city is profitable. There's good demand. Those things are all very nice. Those things are all very positive. There is mass transit, right? And in fact, I mean, a boatload of people use the buses. Holy moly. No one uses this line. Bus line 8. I'll go ahead and delete it. It would be good for there to be a subway system, though. Alright, so let's take a look at some of the other financial aspects. This is probably a little bit high. Can lower that down a little bit. Okay, that's fine. You're fine on the water. And then, I mean, there's so many cemeteries. I assume that this is excess. Cemetery usage is 73%. So we can destroy those once they empty. It's just going to take some time for it to empty out. And then you can destroy those and they'll free up some money, replace them with some cemetery, some crematoriums, beg your pardon. Okay. You know, this skinny one lane, I'm going to change this. I know you did this to try to, oh my god, am I doing this right? Yeah. I know you did that where a lot of times people will do lane adjustments, expansions and contractions to help with the flow of the traffic. Sometimes it's called lane mathematics. But what you will find is that you don't really need to. If you get the layout of the city and the road system with the right intersections and the right traffic and dedicated directions, if you do that, you don't actually have to do the lane updates. And you can see that you did do that, but it wasn't really helping in your city because it doesn't really provide as much of a benefit. Man, I don't really see a lot of traffic issues. Everybody wants to take a left here. Already set up, and they can't because they can't. Because there's too many people walking. Man, and there's no room here to create an elevated path. I'm moving the hospital over a little bit. Moving the park over a little bit. I mean, there's no... Where do you want to put the stadium? Wait a minute, did you put a stadium right next to homes? Oh, no, you didn't. Okay, good job. Yeah, you got some shops and some offices. So that's a good job. It's a big tourist area, though, isn't it? Can't really move a lot of stuff. So we'll just put in a path as best as we can. You've got money, we'll use a fancy, expensive path. Yeah, I can't go across. Dang. Oh well. Do as good as we can. So this should help. Sorry about that. The siren right there. Alright, so it'll help part of it. And then they'll just have to work around that area. So tell them don't use these ground crosswalks, use the elevated ones. But basically this is a little bit of a problem, so some of this stuff needs to be updated to create another path over here. You got this big tourist destination, it'd be nice for them to have more ways to walk. I wish I could move something over. Theater. Can that go sideways? God, I can't. Dang it. Yeah. You move the botanical garden up? Nope. There's no room. Wait a minute. Hold on. No, there's no room. Alright. Okay. I'm just going to upgrade this road here from 4 lanes to 6 lanes. There we go. And then we're going to do dedicated turning lanes. There. And dedicated directions. That should hopefully help. Why are they all using this way? Because there's no other way out. There's no other way to the highway? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and destroy this. Make it a little bit cleaner. I mean, the traffic is good, so what I'm doing now is just to kind of polish it up a little bit. V2, what is up? How are you doing, man? So, I mean, it's a pretty confusing road system. So it doesn't need to be so so confusing. It can be much simpler. So that's what we're gonna do. And I've noticed that a lot of your highways are all elevated. I mean, I don't know if that was an aesthetic design or the purpose of that. I mean, if you did it for aesthetics, I understand, but I mean, it's definitely not necessary. What can we fit in here? Oh, we can fit a lot. Oh yeah, look at that. That fit pretty easily, actually. But I kind of wanted a little bit smaller just to give me a better shot. Okay. Why is it saying that the slope is too steep? What are you talking about? Oh, okay, yeah, I guess there is a little bit of it. Ooh, what did I do? Oh, God, yeah, that's not good. Okay. So let's put this guy in here. I don't want to say that it's a super tight fit, but it's a little bit challenging. There. This should be easy. That was the easy one. There. Get that going the right direction. Oh, jeez. There we go. These are pretty easy. What is this doing? What's the purpose of this? It's kind of duplicative. I use only vanilla roads except for my frontage roads, and in fact, I haven't needed to upgrade any of this city's roads from 2 to 4. Let me do that. So that's a frontage road right there. And I'm doing, oh, sorry, V20, I just saw that other message. I'm doing well. Weekend's been all right. So yeah, I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. And I'm taking this frontage road. As far as I can go. That's about as good as it. That's about as far as it should go. And so then you can have an on-ramp. Come on. Yeah, the highway is a bit too high too. Here's an off-ramp, on-ramp, off, Trying to see if there's anything else. I think that's good. And so like there's this road right here. This would be fine to now connect to... Oh man, perfect. Look at that. And I did all of that to help this. I did all of that to help this. Let's hit play. Like this same intersection, that should be like over here as well. Just looking around. Seeing where else it's busy. Here's one where we do need to do 2 to 4. There we go. Should help it out. There's a lot of people walking. That's causing a problem here. So we'll do paths. Unfortunately, this one will be easier. There we go. And we'll tell them to use the elevated paths. Right next to the bus stop, that'll be pretty good. There. Excellent. Well, this is still a problem. I mean, technically, updating this, maybe doing a roundabout, or this is also being caused by the fact that all the industry is on the west side. So another way to address this is by having, you know, industry up here, or industry up here. So that's a little bit of a layout issue. And is there another way for them to get out? There is over here. And there is down here. Ah, these are empty. Delete, delete. And then you just empty the next ones. Keep on going. These guys are taking forever. Let's take a look at the policies, citywide. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I see some individual policies. What do you got? Leisure. What's this? Tourism? Nah, that makes sense. Automated toll. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's the forestry. How we doing? Yeah, so it's importing much less, but still not enough. And you can't buy anything, and you can't connect to anything. In terms of, you can't buy another parcel of land, and you can't connect to it, because there's nothing going through any of these areas. That's too bad. Is there any lane connectors right here that are making it difficult to get to different places? Doesn't seem like it. Oh, this is a bridge right here. How do you... There's... This should just be an intersection. There. That way people off the highway can use that. I think that's good. Let me work on this area and connect it with this industrial area. And I just noticed something. Take a look at... You come into the industrial area, all three of these go up, and then this is a one-way road. So if you come out this way and you want to take a right, you can't. You have to come back around and come back. How? If I work for Garments Limited, how do I go to the east side of the city? I come over here, I go to Garments, I take a left. I would have to take this Amanda Bridge, come over here, and then I come all the way over here? Yeah. So it's better to use like the regular intersections. This is these makeshift intersections are not helping you. So for example, you know, like I created this one, and I created this one. The intersections that I use are the ones that I created, but they're available in the Steam Workshop. Are there people walking here? One person riding a bike. That's it. Not a lot of people walking there. But normally you will see that. I bet there's a lot of people walking here, though. Yeah! All those people walking, they ain't using their cars. He's going to Fried Chicken Eatery, Jeremy Smith. I saw that with a cane. I was like, oh, it's like a older person. So we need to create a connection right here. And I can use this one that I haven't made. Fantastic. Let's do that. Okay. Right? Great. And this can just kind of go right into the frontage road. There we go. There. That looks pretty... No, I'm not even going to do that. This is not even going to be needed anymore. Because we're going to hook it up right over here. This is not going to be needed either. Straight in. Bam. Straight in. Bam. And... on-ramp, off-ramp. Okay, so compare that to what was there before. You know, just much simpler system. And then these one-way roads, we're just going to go ahead and update those. And so from 2-lane one-way to 4-lane two-way. Okay. And then this 6-lane one-way, I mean, we're just going to make it 4-lane two-way. Just make it much, that'll be much better. All right, let's hit play. The music is fitting for watching the cars go by. I think that's pretty good. Not noticing any issue. Great. Okay. Let's take a look at the speed limit, shall we? Oh, it's kilometers? Sorry. I'm used to miles per hour. So I'm just going to guess. Yeah, I'm just going to have to guess. Yeah. Hopefully that'll be good enough. Yeah, okay. Alright, hopefully that's good. Okay, where else we got traffic? There's a lot of people walking here, that's why. Let's do, let's upgrade this from 2 to 4. There we go. I think that's fine. And then we got to do paths to help them out. This is a hospital, isn't it? Or something. Is this something I can move? That's a fire station. What do you got nearby you? Do that. Gosh, am I going to be able to fit this in here? I don't think so. Yeah, it's not even going to fit. It's too tight. Oh, because they're right like on the edge right there. Shoot. Oh, man. Yeah. That won't even fit. Come on. It's about as good as I can get right there. Yeah. Okay, well I can do some of them. I would say that this road, I mean, it's just kind of a tight fit with addressing the traffic. So maybe maybe you could like build out the land just a little bit, maybe, to help out. That's the only thing I can think of. I think that's subtle enough. Yeah. There. Remove that one. Okay, there we go. That should help them out. Okay, that seems to be... Yeah, it was really the people. It was really the people walking that was causing the problem. Right turn only. Okay, so that's kind of done. 79%. That's fine. There's a lot of traffic right here. There's a bus route, so it really needs to be 4-lane at least. This is going to cause problems too. Bus route. Ah, that was the section that was pretty busy before, so that's good. Where's our traffic? Where's our traffic problem? Ah, right here. Okay, that's fine. Pause. I thought that this may be an issue. I wanted to let it go and see what happens. That's terrible. There we go. I don't like that at all. Yeah, I don't like that position. Can I do something else? It's because it's elevated. There. Come on. There we go. That's better. That way, those folks that want to use this, they can break off and exit right here. I'll cause a little bit of traffic issues as the cars reroute themselves. Ah, look at that. Holy moly. Left turn only. Left turn only. And this needs to be a 2 to 4 lane. Bam. Bam. There we go. Can you guys figure your way out now? There's a lot of people walking, isn't there? Whenever this monorail comes in. So, let's get some paths going. Yeah, that's a cool looking thing right there. Oh my goodness, really? There. Ooh, that was a little bit too long. There we go. All right. Bam, bam, bam. Do not use the ground crosswalks. That should help them out. And I think I'm going to upgrade this to a 6-laner. Upgrade this. 6-lane. 6-lane. Dedicated turning lanes. There you go. And these guys got a highway right underneath them. So let me give you guys another way to get to the highway. There. That'll alleviate some of the pressure here. And are there lights that I should be aware of? No. Okay. Everybody wants to go out that way. Let's do that. Everybody wants to take a left. Why? Doesn't make any sense. We'll give them some time. Ho ho ho! That's busy. That's really busy. Let's updating this intersection to see how we can help it a little bit. There's a big old industrial area here. It'd be nice for them to have a better intersection as well. You know, another one right here to connect to this. Wow, look at all these one-way roads. You got one one-way road, another one-way road. I mean, I don't think that's all necessary. It's kind of confusing. There's big industrial demand, so it'd be good to put the industry somewhere else. And then the import-export has improved. It definitely has improved. But you can see that there's still some problems. And so, like, it'd be good to put an industrial section here. However, I mean, the big thing is to get some land to buy. To hook it up with... Can we fit something in here? Can't be too close. Get some land to connect like cargo rail or putting an industrial area right here. I'm concerned that if you did that without a highway connection, you'd be screwed. So it's kind of stuck until the city grows some more. Let's pause it. Tim, what are the best ways to improve consumer good production? It's a good question. Um, you want to make sure that you build out generic industry, and so that's what I did, and it helped increase the goods that the city is producing. So, for example, goods are produced by generic industry, so you want to make sure you have a lot of generic industry. And so I did that, and so the city is importing less, but it still is importing a lot of consumer goods. And then you want to make sure that you have good connections with cargo rail and harbor if you need to. In this case, the layout of the city is very challenging, where we need to put some industry right here, and that may cause some problems. I'll go ahead and try it as an experiment, because the traffic is pretty much solved, so we know what is needed to solve the traffic, and so now it's just kind of like about growth. So I can do a couple of experiments to see what happens with the city. So we want to do something like that. Can we destroy this one more up? It gets too close. So generic industry. Oops. Oops. Wrong thing. Good grief. Okay. There we go. Off-ramp. On-ramp. Off-ramp. On-ramp. Connecting this road back up. How do you also create industrial demand? If I understand your question correctly, you can create, if you want to have a high demand bar, it's by having good amount of residential, the right amount of residential for your city, and the right amount of commercial. What's the unemployment rate in this city? 12. That's why there's a lot of demand for industry. I'm just thinking about how I'm supposed to connect over here. Two to four. Yeah, okay. It's pretty fast, but it should work. There we go. There we go. So I did that because, oh my god, this is already fixed. People are using this. Look at that. See how people are using this? So it's reduced some of the burden. Great. And now a lot of people will use this too. So that's going to reduce the burden. People will use this. That'll reduce some of the burden. All right, so the traffic is fixed. The city is quite profitable. It's growing. So the next thing would be industry. And you don't want all the industry in one place. So technically you'd want to put the industry around here. There's no highway over here, so it's a total disaster. You could bring this highway up back this way. I mean, why don't put the industry over here on this peninsula? That's like really valuable land. So let me just do something really fast. It's a bridge. There's also a little road over here. Man. So, oh my god, that's a brutally hilly area. I mean, I guess you could just put some stuff right over here, really. This is just an example. There's industrial demand because there's a decent population. There's decent commercial need. So I just did that to help it out. They'll need electricity and they'll need water. There you go, and there, it's starting to build out. That'll help with the industrial demand. And then there's commercial, and you're supposed to put the commercial near the industry and near the residential. So look at this, there's some stuff right here. And so you can do, you could do, we'll do light residential on one side. It's probably the wrong thing to do. Heavy residential on this side, and then light, and then you can do office space. There you go. And then let's get rid of these one-way roads. And I'll show you why. I noticed this before. Look, right, I created this connection right here. Otherwise, before that was there, how did these people get to the east side of the city? They would have to come over here, come around this roundabout, exit here, come back around, and then come through. It's kind of confusing, isn't it? So now I'm updating this from 6-lane one-way to 4-lane two-way. These guys are all waiting because there's a light here, I bet. Yeah, there you go. Alright, hit play. Oh man. The demand blew up pretty fast. Oh wow. God. And eventually this should just be destroyed and a stack interchange placed in its stead. There's your electricity. And you're good. And who else needs power? Okay, good, that's gone. Get these guys some water. Okay, I think that's good. I mean, that's just an example of what you can do, right? With the layout, all the industry is on the west side. That creates all the goods. All the commercial is on the east side. So that's a problem. And so by putting some of the industry on the, in this case, northeast, that will help it out quite a bit. And then by updating the road system, now some of the goods can come this way. Possibly. I don't know if there's anything unique about the road system here. I don't think so. So they should be able to, so that's good. This is a confusing road system, so this probably needs to be updated as well. And there you go. And then the only other thing I'm looking at is Bedford Park. Yeah, I mean, I think that's good. Big thing is the lack of being able to import from other than the road system. Let's get you guys straightened up. So right turn only? Okay. Making sure all those are set up properly. It's red because it's busy, but there's nobody waiting there. Red because it's busy. Two to four. God, man, that thing is all fixed. 2 to 4. Same thing here. I mean, it's really pretty, this whole, I forgot what those are called, but this nice little seawall that's very nice with these little piers. I mean, that looks very nice. So it's good aesthetics. And there's a highway that comes down here, so that's nice. That's great for expansion. Yeah, that place got filled out pretty fully right there. That's good. That way these people have places to shop. That's good. So the population is continuing to grow, so the unemployment rate is rising, and so it just need to have like the city is just ready to expand. Oh wow, there's a lot of people watching. What's up, everybody? Welcome. Hope you're enjoying the Cities Skylines submitted city traffic fix and city fix live stream. Fixing someone else's city. We're done. Actually, we fixed it an hour ago. So now I'm just kind of tinkering around with it, answering questions in the chat, and just doing some experiments. So we of course, no despawning. We're at 80%. The population has increased, what was it, 41,000 to 45,000? And so just kind of showing some places of what you can do for the future of the city. And what I was illustrating is there's a high unemployment rate, and the city has grown, obviously, from the 41,000 to 45. And so now it's just about expanding and just zoning up. So more industry, more commercial, and that'll lead to more residential, and just keep on doing that. And eventually the idea is, like, here's the milestones, right? So the next one is Metropolis at 60,000. That opens up a new area. That is key, right? The biggest weakness in the city is the lack of connection to rail, a good cargo placement, and then another highway placement right here. And so I think that it's challenging, but you know, this area, it would be good to possibly buy that, but I think that would be second. I think next one will be right west of Highland District and create a cargo train terminal, hook up that rail line. That will be key. And that will help with the goods, that will help with industry, And you'll notice, right, there was quite a, I don't know, 30 buildings or so that said that they did not have enough goods, not enough goods to sell, and that's dropped down. That's dropped down. And you see the import has started to decrease again because I put in this additional industry. And so more industry needs to be placed, but you really can't put much more over here because that's going to create too much of a traffic problem without a highway. You could put just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. There's going to be some traffic problems right here. Boom. Remove that traffic light. Update this from 2 to 4. Because there's going to be some cargo. 2 to 4. There's going to be some cargo or some industry going on over there. And so last thing, and I think that'll be it for today. There's some more industry. You can see there's a lot of demand for shops. These people do have some places to shop at, but you could fill that out a little bit. You know, maybe you can do some more shops right here. There's not a lot of light commercial. You can just do that. Fill that out. And you just kind of keep on doing that. But the big thing is really growing the city up to 60,000 and buying this area west of here. And so where would be the best place to fill the city out? Over here on this west side where all of this highway intersection is. All these highway intersections are, excuse me. So there could be a boatload of new residential placed right here, a boatload of new residential placed right here, and you know, commercial, office, and building this west side out of the city in anticipation of getting the population up to 60,000 to buy this next piece of land. I just wanted to do a little bit of building right here as an illustration of, hey, you can put out some industry, that way some of the goods can be built right here, and that way the businesses aren't needing the goods because they've got industry creating the goods right next to them. And in fact, it looks like there is only one business with not enough goods to sell. There's a light right here. I think I took out most of the these lane connectors. I don't know if there's any other intersection signs or anything like that. I didn't really look for those. If they were, they're not causing any traffic problems. Actually, it doesn't seem to be any. Oh, there's some right here. I think we're good. And then this should just be destroyed and a stack interchange placed in its stead. So light right over here. I saw it hit 81. Oh boy. It's kind of a roundabout. Normally you don't want to build anything inside. This is a triangle about almost. Normally you don't want to put anything inside. All right. Yeah, so all the goods are done, right? Oh, I guess there's just a few hanging out. Yeah, look at the industrial demand, and you can see it just growing. That's great. Okay. I think that's good. I'm looking to see where there's any other issues for traffic. Oh, it'd be good to put some paths right here because this is the expo center. Pause. We're done. We're calling it at 81%. So I think that's good. Blarg Narg, thank you for uploading your city. I really enjoyed working on it. I hope that this helps give you an idea of how to fix your city. And so I want to summarize the fixes, and then also set the stage for what to do for the future. Looks like these are finally deleted or emptied, so we can destroy those. And these are still emptying right there, so that's going to take some time. Okay, so let's summarize the fixes. Where did the city bottom out at? 18%? 18% no despawning. There's still no despawning, and we're at 81 with the higher population. Okay, so the way to get into the city had a bottleneck of one road right there, one road right here. We expanded those. Going from east to west of the city was through this bird's nest, the spider web. So we create another connection right here, another connection right here. Then going from, what do you want to call this, the east side of the city to the northeast side, there was a way right here, and then there was a much more confusing mechanism right here, so made that a little bit cleaner. And then there was no way to go from this central area to this north area, so created a connection here. So more ways for you to get from one neighborhood to the other. Then there was a lot of roads that needed dedicated turning lanes or dedicated directions, updating those based on the traffic flow. And then there was a boatload of traffic lights, removing those. And that really solved the traffic. And so the traffic has been solved for a while. And then the next piece was, call it layout updates, where there was an oil industry and not enough generic industry. So updating that. There's still not enough generic industry. Just using an example of how you can build that out, and especially where. Mass transit system is good, but there's no subway system. So we'll cover that. So didn't have to do really much of a mass transit system. And then we don't want to have all our cemeteries and all of our trash collection in one spot. We want to use the diffuse and disperse strategy. So spreading those out across the city. That's a gradual process, because you want to empty these and then place crematoriums in different parts of the city, empty the landfills, and put recycling centers in different parts of the city. How are we doing on the water? We're getting close to maxing it out, so we'll increase that a little bit. And they'll fix the water. It's about to be a little bit short. So those were all the fixes to fix the traffic. City is, I think, more profitable now. It's bigger now. Traffic is dramatically better. And so the next steps, as I mentioned, there is no way to really hook up rail. And in order to hook up cargo, there would need to be some destruction right here. And I think that would be worthwhile. So getting the city up to 60,000 in population, buying this piece of land, and connecting cargo rail, and you could do passenger rail, but primarily cargo rail. And then building out the center part of the city, so more residential, commercial, as you move westward. And then what you can do is, as you're building out that residential, destroy some of this residential right here and put in a cargo train terminal. That'll be helpful. Building out the city by just increasing the zoning gradually, and then making sure that more industry can get placed, but you probably can't get much bigger than this. You would have to, you can keep on expanding the industry, but you got to be cautious and make sure you don't overload it and create traffic problems. So you want to grow that just slowly. Oh, thanks, Tim. I'm glad you liked it. Thank you so much. And for everybody else, please do like the video. Please do like the video. You can dislike it if you did not, and if you want to support me more, smash that subscribe or follow button. So removing some of this residential, putting in the cargo train terminal to help out, being cautious as you continue to build out some of the industry right here. But the big thing is building out westward. You hit 60,000, and then you can do some updated zoning. So getting some more residential, commercial, those will be the next steps. So I hope that explains the fixes, then also the future steps. So thank you everybody for watching. The live streams are on YouTube, Twitch, DLive, and Twitter simultaneously. You can see the schedule in the description below or the panels below. Thank you again for watching. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.